Now we've done that. Now we're ready to look at these 2 markers. So the 2 markers are always going to be following the define style. It's their favorite question. Now, this is where they're a bit naughty, because if you look at the mark scheme, and my students do this, go, well, but I wrote it in the mark scheme, I followed it, and I should get all the marks. Well, even not quite. If you see, the mark scheme says knowledge of the term that demonstrates clear understanding will get 2 marks. That's what they say for the define questions. But if we look in the examiner's report, the PERT, for 2 mark define questions, there should be 2 clear knowledge points. Really naughty of you, Cambridge, but that's clearly what they're looking for. So they're looking for 2 separate points in the definition. Now, yes, you've got to learn your definitions, and most of the definitions that you've learned, if they've come from the book or from my website, where you've got loads of apps and games, and a little AI ChatGPT app where you can play it on the bus, again, watch the video, they will have 2 component parts, so you don't have to worry about it. But just be aware some of them might not have the 2 parts. If they are short, then it also, I've just covered it up on my screen, but it's really interesting. They say it's often useful to add an example. Now, I hate that really is wrong, really, for knowledge. That's more like explain. But hey, they mark the exams, they write the rules. Therefore, if you feel it's a bit short, if you've only written half a line and expecting to get 2 marks, they're not going to give it to you. It just doesn't look nice. So put, for example, in there, which shouldn't be, that's more like an explain, but they say they like it for define questions. So if in doubt, you've got to do what they want to do. Now, what do we mean by these 2 parts? If we look at this question, define the term demand. Demand refers to the willingness and ability of customers to buy a good or service at a particular price. They argue, if you look here, that's okay, that's one bit of a knowledge in the definition, but they want a second part to get the second mark. It can be heavily influenced by changes in price. It says, yes, it could be changed by price or time, but they're happy that they've got this counted as the 1 and this got the second part. So you really have to think about your definitions when you're learning them. Have they got 2 component parts to them? If not, you're only going to be getting 1 mark.